Yeah, in some way I just don't understand how the switching just got a weird like handler error. I don't know, but there's apparently some handler error. Yes. Wait, am I still here? No. I was hoping I already went forward a little bit. Wait. I still have to go all this. Wow. The auto saving sometimes just like make me feel really mad because yeah, I feel like I've been like so far away already. Why? Like why do you yeah, why can't I just okay. It's just like fake auto saving. This is not even really like auto saving. Like you still have to play from the beginning even though you feel like maybe this is some auto saving. Okay. It would be better if I just continue. But at this point it might not really matter anyway. Yeah. I'll stop wasting time on this like continuing versus not continuing. It's just this part is not as fun. At least I don't think this part is as fun. Okay, come on, come on. Okay, now we're sneaking. The problem is I feel like this sneaking is not even like exciting sneaking, it's just sneaking. I would hope this is more kind of more interesting in some way. I don't know, this is the part I feel like this game is not as fun as the last one. Oh, I would hope we can do this relatively fast. I was like either looking for more stories or like more character stories. Okay, because that the other soldiers are basically blind. It's just I feel like this part will take like 10 minutes. But I basically played this through. Why? Why do I need to like do an extra 10 minutes? Oh, it's okay. Okay, I would let the dog to get some stuff for me, and at the same time I would push this. Wait, I don't think I have anything anymore. No, if I don't have anything anymore, then I could just go out. Okay, nice. Okay, so if I have this part, I could technically just continue. I think I remember this. So I would get this and go down. And then we go back to open the other journal. Oh no, not really. We are literally doing it from there. Okay, I mean, it's more like this game is technically free if you have Netflix, so I'm just kind of playing it for the sake of just getting like some nice little stories. But to be honest, I feel like this game is not as good as the first one. I feel like the first one is really a better game. Oh, it's not that the story is not fun. I just feel like the gameplay is... Yeah, the gameplay of the first one is like more memorable, I feel like. This one is... Or like if you kind of see through what's really the game design is just not that interesting. Or it might be interesting if you don't play that many games. I feel like maybe it's because when I played the first game I really didn't play that many games. But in some way, like now I've played like too many games to feel like this game design is still interesting. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the problem. So maybe it's not the game, it's just me. But I mean, even if it's just me, it would be a bit better. I don't know, maybe my threshold is just higher. Or like my way of kind of seeing good games versus like mediocre games versus like bad games just has already changed. Like I probably played it like 5 or 6 years ago when I kind of have no idea what games are good. Not that I have no idea what games are good, but pretty much most games are interesting to me. Well, now it's like very much like not the case anymore. Or like at least the storytelling part of the game are just... Well, this is still a decent game in a sense that I think it's... like that, I feel like that maybe that is kind of my... kind of what I don't like about this game is that I feel like it's kind of more a Ubisoft game. It's kind of the joke that Ubisoft, like they always make good games but never the best game. Like I feel like that's kind of a like a classic thing here. Like those are good games but not the best. It's more like if I were making games, I'd rather my game be the best, or like it's either you are like the best game of this year or you don't make any game. I'd rather do that. In some sense, I think I don't know, I feel like my way of doing things is like I'd rather have something that is like so memorable that you will kind of remember this game for life. You feel like, wait, this game changed my life. like in a lot of ways, I'd rather have games like that, or like I'd rather like if I were to make games, I want to make it either like people hate it or people love it. It's kind of I wish this thing is I don't know. Maybe that's kind of the reason why I like fire. Like in some way, I wish it just has its life. Not like has its life, but like in some way, it's just like so memorable you cannot forget it. I wish to make things like that, or like I feel like that kind of thing is really the kind of thing that's like worth making. Not like the technology, like the very technological like, advanced thing are not worth making. It's not what I mean here, but if I could only choose one, I'd rather choose that. Yeah, I think yesterday was kind of here. So there's like 10 minutes to get here, which is kind of not fun. Right, this guy doesn't even move. Okay, this guy wouldn't move even if he heard something. Please, can you go the other way? No, not like this. Okay, let's go right a little bit. No, that still doesn't work. Oh no, not the right way. Okay, I have to go a lot further then. Okay, I think that is the way to do it. What? Okay, this is a very exciting part, I think. How do you just like steal the file and then just... Now there's some siren going on. Okay, this is definitely that. Are you guys not even moving? Okay, good. Okay, I would need to wait until those two guys go back and then I will run. Okay, and then those two guys would run, and I would go out. Please go fast. If you don't go fast, I think they would get us. Is there anything else? Wait, oh, there's a little thing here. Some bread. What are those things? Schnapps bottle. I don't even know what that is. Okay, some kind of rye bread. Okay, definitely not some nice bread. I assume this is the right way. Is there something here? Okay, we're hiding once again. But I don't see anyone yet. Wait, are we just running out? Okay, I guess we got the right exits then. No, that's wrong. Okay, good, we got it. And we actually got our airplane. Nice. Please. Okay, good, we got it. Nice. Very exciting adventure here.
As George headed back toward Allied lines, he snapped a photo of the massive movement of enemy troops and
Oh, he actually have time to do that. Okay, I remember this game. Okay, now even the music is... Wait. Okay, please. I feel like those games are not that hard, but it is still like you have to do it, that kind of part I kind of don't like.
But he wasn't out of danger just yet. See, in his German plane, Allied forces started opening
What?
fire.
But we are not... Okay, can we have a flag or something? Just like, please don't shoot me. We are not even on different sides. Okay, nice. But we are not on different sides. Well, but I guess the only choice is to kind of get a German pen. Like, we can't even find our... Yeah, pretty much no other choice. Okay, that was close. This feels like a Ubisoft game, which is like my main complaint. Like, why does it look like a Ubisoft game? Okay, Ubisoft game is not some compliment. Not some compliment, but it's like there are certain parts that I really don't like, or like I feel like I'd rather make games that are like sometimes good, like, or like in parts is good, parts is like really
Upon
bad.
landing, George was placed
Oh
under
no.
arrest on suspicion of espionage. Fortunately, he was able to back up his story.
Because we took that picture. Okay. Well, it's good that we kind of got away from that at least.
Spring 1918. With the Brest-Litovsk peace treaty signed, German fighting on the Eastern Front came to an end, freeing up troops for advancement to the Western Front. A series of offensives were launched, pushing the Allied lines to the breaking point.
Oh.
The last of these offensives was launched near Saint-Menehould.
Which character we play? This is a real battle though.
For James and the 369th, the long-awaited opportunity to prove themselves had finally come.
Okay, so it's me then. Wait, what? What? How does that just happen? But I don't think there's time to like remain here. You would have to run. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I totally didn't see that. Okay, let's go, go, go. Wait, well, there's something in there. We should get it. Should we get it? No, not really. I saw something there. What's going on here? Okay, where is that? This is not the same thing, right? Not the same thing. I don't even know where that thing is. I still need to watch my feet. Oh, okay, might be in there. Oh, wait, where? Oops. Okay. Okay, nice. I think now we got it. Okay, can we go? Wait, what? Okay, it's not even on the right side. Why are we running back and forth in the trenches? Yeah, let's go, go, go. Okay, on that side. Whoa, 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 okay. Those things are just like shot down. But I can't even... Okay, nice. I'm sure this is relatively unsafe. What happens to all these trenches? Oh, okay. Not the right way to do it. Okay, go, 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 go. Okay, nice. But I will still need to run back to get one more thing, I think. really wonder what's that one more thing. That's kind of the weird part of this autosave. Like if you die, you get really like speedy like saved to the nearest spot. But if you don't die, you just kind of quit. Then things doesn't happen that way. I'm like, why would people do this? Not like, why would people do this, but this feels so like not intuitive. At least like not intuitive. Why? Wait, is it the thing? Yes. I think my brother should be more careful. He could really die there. Okay. Somehow my brother wouldn't die if I'm not really with him. Okay. Please, I feel like someone's going to die. Okay, my feeling's not wrong.
Even though they had managed to hold the position, the 369th had paid a heavy price. Before leaving to care for the wounded, Anna made sure to give James and Freddie a long embrace, hoping this would not be their last. After a dreadful night fighting to stay alive, James and Freddie were blinded by the camera flash. Impressed by the troops' accomplishments, the American press gave them the nickname Harlem Hellfighters. Their brand of music was all the rage, earning them an invitation to perform in Paris.
Wait, is that a real story? I can't imagine I'm going to like play music now, like after all this fighting. But it's still kind of a nice story this way. Oh, but we're missing some. Oh. Can this game not make like one rhythm like really there? I feel like this game is like, if you want to do this like rhythm game, it's like make the rhythm work. The rhythm is not even working. Oh. Wow. I think with the Battlefield like kind of memory, those music will never be the same. Like mostly in a bad way. Maybe in some good ways, but mostly in a bad way. Like people don't really come out of it. Chapter 3. Okay, we're finally chapter
August
3.
8th,
That's good.
1918. On land, Germany endured its darkest day of war. Knowing the Kaiser's demand for victory was unattainable, the German officers pressed forward, fighting for more advantageous positions at sea, in the hope of gaining leverage for negotiating a truce.
Well, we know that doesn't really happen in a way they would expect.
Following a series of revolts by their troops, German command ordered naval captains to tighten their grip on sailors and quash any stirrings of mutiny at sea.
Wait, what are they doing with Morse code?
Hearing about acts of insurrection, Ernst felt emboldened and decided he had to deactivate his submarine.
Okay, nice idea. Well, but he has to be careful though. I don't think this is that easy though. Where is the... Ah. Let's see, is there anything? Nope. Oh, okay, so photography is kind of his brother's hobby. Okay, but let's get out and try to do this. Oh, okay, I cannot go in there. I don't know why. I cannot go in there either. Okay, I need some kind of wheel. Where is it? Okay, I see. But how do I actually change the wheel so that... Yeah, I would need that. I will need to take off that wheel, it kind of means. Right? I need to take off that wheel. Well, maybe not really taking off, but... Okay, I need to have this thing. And this thing would fix the gap. Okay, if I fix this gap, I think the wheel can run the other way then. Okay, nice. I don't know which one has disappeared. Is it the upper one? Probably not the upper one. I think upper... Is there anyone here? Yes, there is someone here. Okay, nice. We kind of did this very carefully, and that's good. And here we can take this wheel and put it on. Okay, nice. But we are also in a bit of danger here, so let's do this. What's going on there? Okay. Wait, what? That is very surprising. Something else apparently happened.
While Ernst was happy to be alive, he again found himself in the crossfire of war and his freedom taken away. Now a British POW,
Oh,
his only consolation was being able to play his fiddle once more.
ah. Well, this is not the worst thing that could happen, I feel like.
Determined to cut the German supply line, Allied forces launched the Meuse-Argonne offensive. For James and his fellow soldiers, this undertaking was bigger than any they had faced before.
I kind of want to know, where are we?
Soldiers on both sides steeled themselves for the whistle blow and the impending chaos of the charge.
I think now it would be a good time to stop, actually. I will wait until this thing finish and then probably stop. Okay, so this is it for today, and I will probably finish tomorrow because I know this one only has 3 chapters, so if I'm kind of somewhere in chapter 3, I would most likely finish. Yep. Try to do that, and probably see you tomorrow.